Hey everybody, it's your boy Lance here for obviously a different kind of video. If you've been following my journey on the YouTube community posts, I've been playing a lot of Persona 3. I recently finished it about last night at about 100 hours. It's like 97, but that's minus me having to reload because I wanted certain skills to mutate. But I digress. And the reason why I'm doing this video, which is very different than a reaction, it's more just initial thoughts. And kind of I gave it a day to let it stew. And it's one of my favorite games of all time, easily. Let me go back and say that I've played a lot of Shin Megami Tensei. It's one of my favorite game series of all time. And Persona I kind of miss Persona. I remember playing Persona 1. I remember playing that, and I really did enjoy that game a lot. But by the time Persona 3 came out, which I know is a game changer for the Persona series as a whole, I was already joining the military. I was already out to being deployed. So my gaming time got severely cut because I couldn't game anymore. I was literally doing so much stuff, all over the place, all over the world. Fun times, right? It wasn't until I want to say about 3-4 years ago, whenever Persona 5 Royal came out, that I got back to the Persona series. And I played Persona 5 Royal, and I really, really dug it. I thought it was a really, really fun game. I really enjoyed the music, characters, everything, social links. Very fun. Loved it. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll go back and play Persona 4 Golden, and maybe Persona 3. And one of my really good friends was like, hey, you should really play Persona 3. The original was really good, yada, yada, yada. Check it out. So I was going to plan on doing that, and then we get the trailer drop. We get the little rumors and all that, and then it's like, oh, Persona 3 is being redone completely. And I was like, well, maybe I'll wait then. I'm glad I waited, but at the same time, I'm not, because only so much time. Let me rephrase that. I should say, I'm glad I waited, but also I'm mad I didn't wait. That I did wait, I should say, because it's one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life. And the story alone like hit me a lot. Like most people, right? I went and watched reactions to the ending. Wish I would have streamed it, but it's hard for me to stream games right now with my internet connection being kind of iffy. But once again, I digress. But yeah, so it's very rare for a story medium to hit me that hard. Hasn't happened in a while. Reading some really good light novels that's done that, but it's been a while since a game has done that for me. And sitting there rolling credits, I was just bawling my eyes out, thinking about life and death and all that. And that's what the game's messaging is about death, right? So I've had a lot of things happen in my life. I've had my own scares with death twice, 3 times technically. I had a wife. She passed away from cancer several years ago. Both my parents passed away from cancer, coming around. The first one with mom about 3 years ago now. My dad, not even 8 months after that. So it's wild that a game connected with me. It's not wild, I should say, that the game connected me with that well. Because it made me think about my relationship. I go to therapy just for many, many things. And it's always good. I always advocate for mental health and people to go to therapy. So I actually remember texting my therapist last night. It's like, hey, I just beat this game. It's very, very crazy about death. And we've had very conversations about the same things that this game covers. And she's a gamer and nerd. And I was like, she was like, what's game is like? It's Persona 3. And she's like, yeah, that's a game. That's a damn good game for at least a surface level deep dive conversation about what the meaning of life is and how you take life. And so, I'll have a good conversation with her about that probably on our next session. But yeah, so just a couple things, overall thoughts. Like I said, great game. I was amazed at how crazy I stuck to it and just kept playing. I did a 15-hour gaming straight session once on it, and I was like, wow, I haven't done this in such a long time because I'm always anime reacting. It was making me not want to react to anime because I wanted to just get through the game, right? And a couple things. Social links, amazing. I loved all the social links. I think I like the social links in this game slightly more than Persona 5's, even though I think Persona 5's is more modern / and I think that's one of the nitpicks of the game is that Persona 3 Reload is very much dated in the 2006, mid 2000s era, but I don't hate it for it either. I'm just saying that could be a nitpick because some of the social links were very one-dimensional. I wasn't a big fan of them. The moon one was kind of right? I do like the ending. Tanaka's is always funny. But you get some really powerful ones like Akanari's. That one, oh my god. Akanari, the Sun Arcana. That one really did a number on my psyche and my soul. and especially when you get to see the ending, the final day, and all that, and talk to mom. I bawled, man. I bawled my eyes out. Aegis is really good. Yukari's is good. Yukari grew on me as a character. I was not a big fan of her, but slowly but surely she grew. Mitsuru, I picked Mitsuru as the one I romanced by the end. But hers was tropey, but I liked it because still tropes can work if they are written pretty damn well, and I think it was pretty damn well, especially after the first couple, after we get over the rich girl thing, right? But the social links were good. Junpei's, oh my god, Junpei. That character development for Junpei was wild, man. And shout out to the voice acting. I think the voice acting is really good. I saw some complaints about people comparing it to the original voice acting. I get it. I totally understand, right? But I had no issue with it because I didn't play the original game. So it was just wild to see how good the voice acting was, right? How emotional was Junpei's whole character arc with Chidori was fantastic. And for those wondering, I was able to save Chidori. I didn't know that was an option not to be able to. So thank God I did, because I would have been heartbroken even more so. And Maya's was fun with the teacher and getting her that conclusion at the end where she was like, hey, you want to go get dinner or something? I was like, oh, girl. But I just, like I said, hers is really, really good too about what it means to be a human. That's another really good one. Yeah, most of them were good, I would say. The Mako's, the girl going through a divorce was great. Although it was weird when I basically kind of encouraged her to run away. That was weird. But, you know, some of the choices were interesting that you made. But yeah, so most of them were great, and most of them are very memorable. The Akanari one, like I said, I will remember probably the rest of my life, right? Someone who's facing their death, because I had to do something similar where I thought maybe this was going to be it for me, and I had to sit down and think about, is this it, right? And it's very, very strong emotions to think about that even now. The music, holy shit, the music was really good, dude. Persona 5 music was really good too, but I don't know. The music of this was fantastic. And then when I went back afterwards to re-listen to the opening, and then I started reading the lyrics, I just lost it again. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Good job, Atlas, on that, and Lotus for the lyrics and everything like that. It's fantastic. Also, that ending battle theme with Nyx was fantastic too. I'm gonna be blaring that sound for a while, that music for a while. And then finally, the ending. It's one of the greatest endings in video games, in my opinion. I was trying not to be like prisoner in the moment, but even after sitting on it in a day, it's like, no, that's one of the greatest endings to a video game I've ever had, and it's earned. It's so fucking earned, man. And yeah, you could get on it for being like, oh, it was too Power of Friendship and anime-ish, but you know what? I'm a fucking love anime, right? So I didn't have an issue with it. With him basically sacrificing himself, and then Jesus making him, not making him, but knowing like it was his last day, and then he basically saying goodbye to all the social links you made, and getting a final closure on them. I was crying each time because it was kind of setting it up that he probably wouldn't make it, right? Memento Mori was thrown around a lot, and of course I know what that means, right? About everything, and even the game was like, you have a year. I was like, that's a little sus, but yeah. So I was just very much like, oh yeah, this is definitely it. Especially when it's like, oh, you look pale. I was like, oh no, it makes sense though. You sealed away Nyx, right? You used all your HP. By the end of the game, I was like level 99 too, because I was grinding, man. I was having so much fun. Even Tartarus, people had issues with Tartarus, I've heard, but Tartarus was fun for me because they did enough to break stuff up. Enemy variety would have been a little nice though, more enemy variety, but it's fine. And so the ending with them saying goodbye to everybody, and then them finally remembering, and then closing your eyes. I closed my eyes. I select close your eyes because at that point you had done enough and your friends had gotten there. And then the smile, I'm starting to tear up thinking about it now. The smile was really cool and good, and the friends jumping there and everything, to see him getting to see his friends, and they made the promise. The sheer determination of him to make it the extra month of some change just to basically see his friends because of the promise they made. That got hard. But yeah, so I've heard about the answer that's coming, and I will definitely check that out. And I don't want any spoilers on that because I don't want to, but I'm just glad they didn't give us the them finding out he passed, because I would have broken even more. Right? And so I just want to make a quick video. It's 10 minutes. I didn't mean it to go this long. It's a little bit of a rambling a little bit too, but I don't know. I just felt like it felt good to just at least get this out. It just felt like it deserved it because this game has done so much for me. It reawakened my love for JRPGs. It reawakened my love for turn-based RPGs. I used to say, oh, turn-based RPGs is so archaic. No, I miss it. I miss it so much, apparently. I miss being able to think through an enemy and, okay, they do this. I'm going to person do this, do that. Hopefully they don't do this. It's so good, man. And then, like I said, just the overall ending and storytelling about bonds you make and what the meaning of life is really affected me. So, do I like it more than Persona 5 Royale? Yes. And that's not any digs on Persona 5 Royale. Persona 5 Royale, really good game. Really good game. But I just prefer the characters, the relationships more in Persona 3 and Persona 3 Reload than I did in Persona 5. Next, will I try Persona 4 Golden? Probably. I really do want to try Golden. I've heard, like, I kind of know some things that happen already. I'm not spoiled. And the crazy thing is about Persona 3, I had no idea what the ending was, right? No idea. I had not been spoiled at all, which was wild, right? So, yeah, so I'll probably end up trying Persona 4 Golden. However, I might wait. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do I do it or do I wait? Because if they do a remake of Persona 4 Golden, then I'm like, well, it's a remake, right? And you know, the quality of life that they added from Persona 3 apparently was really good too. But I don't know. I didn't play the original. But yeah, overall thoughts, fantastic game. Easily going to be one of the most memorable games I've ever played. Definitely going to be in my top 3 probably of all time. I don't even want to think about that till later, but it's wild to think that in me in my mid 30s, playing a game from 2006 would affect me that emotionally. And I'm all about Persona now. Like, I still love Shin Megami Tensei. I'm playing the latest ones, but I may, I don't know. I don't want to be prisoner of the moment, but I may like it more than SMT, but we'll see. We'll see, right? We'll see what the next SMT does, but everything about Elizabeth, I want to shout out Elizabeth. Elizabeth was good. It was great. She was goated. I love that. I got to do everything with her. I missed one request for her. I didn't 100% the game either. I'm doing a replay right now, New Game Plus, because I needed to finish. I didn't max all the social links in one playthrough. I need to do that. I missed like 3. It was hard, dude. I was trying to get like academics. I mean, it makes it real life, right? But in the end, like I said, one of the greatest games I've ever played. And thanks for watching this. If you're not watching this, I don't know why I'm even saying that. Then, yeah, thanks for watching this. And it's a really good game. That's all I can say, right? Well, I'll talk to you later for something else. And thanks for watching this vlog format thing I did. It was just such a good game. I had to say something and get it on camera because it really affected me that much. And now I'm going to go cry again, probably thinking about that ending. I'll talk to you later. Peace.